What do you do every day before 7 a.m.? You know, there's so many times in life when people are saying, oh, I got so much that I want to do. I want to work on a new dream. I want to work on a new project. Man, I want to start going to the gym. I want to get my fitness on. I want to grow closer to God, but I don't have enough time during the day. When people ask me, how do you do what you do? I say, what time do you get up in the morning? What do you do before 7 a.m.? See, our house starts moving and shaking around 6:30 in the morning. So if I want to work on a new project, if I want to go to the gym, if I want to spend extra time with God, I do it before 6:30, 7 a.m. in the morning. So there was a time in my life when I was younger. I remember I said, God, I want to draw closer to you, but my day is so packed. My day is so booked. God dropped Mark 1:35 on my heart. Jesus got up early in the morning. So what I started doing is I would get up around 4:30, 5 o'clock and spend extra time with God. And it made all the difference in the world that I would get up an hour and a half, 2 hours before anybody else in my family. That was my alone time. But what I had to do was I had to sacrifice that sleep in the morning. You know, I remember when I was in my young 20s and I was wanting to be big and swole and strong, but I didn't have time to get extra workouts in. I might be able to get a workout, you know, during lunch. It was a 30, 40-minute workout, but I wanted to extend my workout time. So I started going at 5 o'clock in the morning. And the physical gains I got, I started on the treadmill and I started losing weight in the wrong areas. I started working out. I started gaining weight in the right areas. But I did it between 5 and 7 in the morning. I remember when I wrote my first book, I didn't have time to write. I would try to write at 11, 11:30 at night after my wife and kids went to bed, and I was just typing and writing, and it wasn't working. And I remember the Lord said, why don't you start writing it after your prayer time at 5 in the morning? So I would get up about 4:30, 5:30, and I would pray that I would write for about 5:30, 6:30, and it just came easy. See, 5 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the morning is the complacency killer. Don't tell me that you're stuck in your dream. Don't tell me you're stuck in your purpose if you sleep to 8 a.m. If you wake up when the coffee pot goes off and you run in there and grab your coffee. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't have a snooze button because I don't need a snooze button. If you hit your snooze button, you're saying no to your dream. See, what you do is the night before you set your alarm, because to get done what you know is inside of you, you know what time you need to get up. But your flesh is saying, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the prayer room. I don't want to get up and write that book. I don't want to work on that new project. Well, be complacent and stay where you are physically, spiritually. Some of you don't like the job that you're at, but you won't work on an idea that you know is deep down inside of you. You have a project that could produce income from your family. It could change the financial situation of your family. You've got one or two things, if you do physically, could change your physical health, but people won't do them because they won't get up at 5 in the morning. They will not rise and grind. Whenever I have a new book inside of me, if you write books, you know when you got a book inside of you, you just have to get that book out. You're pregnant with it. That's when I write a lot of times. I will get up super early in the morning. If I'm working on a new project, that's when I do it. I get up, I have my quiet time with God. I read and I pray and I journal, and then I work on that project before anybody else gets up. One morning, recently, I was in my room where I was studying and praying and working. And then all of a sudden, my 13-year-old stuck her head around there. She said, I was going to see if you were grinding. I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm about to finish my book. And I knew that this is the time that I needed to get up and work on my book. She knew that Daddy was going to be up. She knew that Daddy was working. It's just not about me getting up before 7 o'clock. It's about my family getting up. My wife gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning and has her devotion time and reads and gets herself prepared, because the world out there needs us to be prepared, because they're going to be coming towards us for answers and excitement and innovation ideas and different ways to help move them forward. You need to get up and get ready for the day. You know, if you just wake up when the alarm clock goes off and you snooze a few times and try to make it through with your coffee, you're going to struggle throughout your day. You take charge of your day and you tell yourself what time you're going to get up the night before. You know, there's a lot of people watching this right now. I'm going to tell you, try again. Please try again. There's something that you did in the last season that failed, but I'm telling you, now you have the right insight. Now you have the right wisdom. Now you have the right people around you. Move forward in that again. Try again. Get up early in the morning. What would happen for 30 days if you got up 30 minutes earlier and worked on that project? If your spiritual life has grown cold, what if you got up 30 minutes earlier and spent that time with the Lord? Try again, and listen to me. Do it now. This is the time. Do it now. Start going for everything that you know is deep down inside of your heart to do. Take your health back today. Get your finances in order today. Start going after the things of God again today. Some of you have been dreaming about launching out a business. You've been just thinking about creating something. Create it on the side in your private time. And I'm telling you, if you will allow yourself to have 1 hour a day in the morning, your side job, your side passion that you have will overtake in income what you're doing, because it's a passion inside of you. Don't go to work. Go to your dream. Go to your passion every day. If you go to your passion, to your dream, and you do what you were created to do, everybody around you will benefit. I'm telling you, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to about 7 is the comfort zone killer. It is the complacent annihilator. It will stop all complacency in your life, and it will move you forward. My friends, you need to learn every morning to wake up focused. Rise and grind. Know what you're called to do. Find out your why in life. When you find out your why, and you will understand the reason that you have that dream, the reason that you have that purpose, you will get your mind off of yourself. You will tell yourself to get up out of bed, and I promise you this, you will start waking up before your alarm clock goes off. You will wake up in the morning before the coffee pot goes off, because there's something inside of you becomes excited and knows that you are going to focus on your God-given dream and destiny early in the morning. Be an early riser and go for your dreams.